Hi guys, really quick. I just wanted to say this. I'm a nurse and I'm a caregiver. And this applies to any job. Guys, always look at people's jobs through a different lens. Never judge a job based on how it looks. A lot of times, especially in healthcare as a nurse, there's so many. Before I became a nurse, the job for the nurses, I'm like, oh, all they do is pass meds and their job looks so easy and this, that, and that, but it's ignorant. And I kind of like start getting revelation as I got older, like we should never judge a person's job before we even know what that entails. Always have grace for people. Like even at restaurants, you don't know if the people are short. You don't know what's going on. Have compassion for people because you have no idea what they're going through. Just because something looks easy on the outside, think about us parents, how we make parenting look so easy. But do we know as a good mom and dad what goes behind the scenes? But children, they sleep so peacefully and effortlessly every day because we're making it easy for them. We're running. We're cleaning the house. We're cooking. We're paying the bills. We're doing this, doing that to keep their life at ease. And you think about your little children, they have no idea how much hard work and dedication is going on to be a parent. We're making it look so easy. Same thing with certain jobs, especially in nursing. I don't know how many countless times I hear people say, oh, they're just pill pushers. And that is such an understatement. My first year of nursing, which was like 19 years ago, I was doing so much. I worked the 3 to 11 shift and I would go home every night at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning because that's how much work I had to do. If it was just passing pills, right. You're a therapist, you're a janitor, you're a nurse, you're bedside. You're so much more. You're a secretary. Sometimes nurses play most of the time we have many hats. It was many times where I was passing meds. You're in the room, your CNA's busy. You can't get anybody. Guess what? You have to tend to that patient. You might have to clean that patient up because that CNA is in the next room. Or you might get stopped by a family member, several family members asking you questions, calling up. You have orders. You might have a fall in the middle of your med pass. You might have a spill or whatever. You might have a combative patient. There's just so much. And then the paperwork, that's a whole nother ball game after your shift. You have to finish your documentation and don't get on the incident report. It could be 4 to 5 different. Well, I think I counted 8 different steps that I had to do just because the patient fell. So all I'm saying is just because somebody makes something look effortless don't mean that they're not busting their behind. So have grace for people, even in caretaking. I'm my mom's caretaker. Some people, sometimes you have to realize too, sometimes on the other end, that some people just really don't know. They're just really ignorant to the fact of what's going on. So sometimes, we may get frustrated, but a lot of people, when it comes to healthcare, nursing homes, facilities, hospitals, people just don't understand the politics of it. So they're going to act in ignorance, and they may judge in ignorance, or they may think something in ignorance, or what you should be doing, or how things should be handled according to their standards. But, it's just graceful to just kindly explain to people like, hey, this is what happened and it's not always that way, because I understand sometimes when we're looking on the outside, and I've done it too, like, well, they should do this and they should do that. And I had to change my perspective. Like, wait, I don't know what that person has to go through. Like, if I ask a question, they might have to go through like all these other steps behind the scenes. Like, what I'm trying to say is everything is not so set in stone for everybody. This goes to any career. For more notifications. What we may think is easy peasy, or we can get that handled in a little bit. You have no idea what people are going through behind the scenes, especially like when it comes to healthcare. So many hands are in the pot. Like, y'all just don't understand. Sometimes it's not as set in stone. For instance, if your patient or your family member needs physical therapy, do you know that's a process? First of all, you need to get an order from the doctor. And second of all, after that doctor has an order, well, hopefully they write the order right, because I went through a situation like that where the order was written wrong, and I was waiting forever to figure out what was going on, and then come to find out the order was not written the way it was supposed to be written. And it's okay, I'm not blaming anybody, it happens. Then after they rewrote the order, it has to go through a whole different department through the insurance to even get that order authorized to say or see if the insurance would even pay for it. So sometimes things can you have to realize sometimes a nurse can do their part, but there's so many sometimes through the part of the chain to where things are not as set in stone, where somebody might say, well, why didn't you do this? And why didn't you do that? Sorry, it's not that easy, because in healthcare or some jobs, you have to depend on other people to do their jobs. So it's not always easy peasy. So what I'm just saying in a nutshell is try to be compassionate for different roles, different jobs, different careers, because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Try to have a little bit more compassion, humble yourself, and grace, because we can kill more sugar with, you know what I'm saying? I don't curse. You can kill a lot of things with kindness. You can really make things better with kindness and understanding. Because simply, like this one instance, this order didn't go through the fax machine because the people's fax machines were screwed up all week long. So, they could say, well, why didn't your mom get this yet? Or why didn't she get her device yet or her equipment yet? Well, I had no idea that they were having issues with their fax machine, because the doctor kept saying they kept faxing the order multiple times. So did I call the place like, what's going on? And one girl said, well, we don't have it. Maybe she didn't know the fax machines was messed up, but I called somebody else, another employee, another day. We were having problems with our fax machine. So you see what I'm saying? Multiple people sometimes have to get one job done. So it's not, don't always kill the messenger, because the messenger could be doing what they're supposed to be doing, but the other roles, there could be flops. So just be kind and compassionate. That's all. I'm going to leave it like that. Just be kind and compassionate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more notifications and videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.